One of the things as a business owner, entrepreneur, or salesperson that you must dominate in is the way that you captivate people through your stories, through your presentations and your pitches, while influencing them to take the directives that you want. You can gain these insights from looking at people and watching people, but if you want to learn from the best, one of the absolute most important books that you could read is Pitch Anything from Oren Klaff. Pitch Anything from Oren Klaff, because in this book it teaches you how to present the right way to the part of the brain that's going to pay attention to the message. I'm Scott Sylvan coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about presentations and pitches, and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Haleiwa, Oahu. So Pitch Anything came out probably 12, 13 years ago, and I got to share with you, it was a turning point in my presentation style. It was a turning point in an understanding of how to give a pitch or a presentation. And, you know, if you go back in the traditions of sales, you go way back from the 50s all the way to the early 2000s, not much had been explained and how the brain thinks about information. And the thing that I really enjoyed about what Oren put together is the narrative, the story, how he presented this. So he's got this thing called the Strong Method. I'll get to that in a minute. But when you go through and you take a look at the titles or the chapters in the book, Chapter 1 sets everything up. Chapter 2 is frame control. Like this is probably one of the most important chapters that you could read when it comes to getting people to do things, paying attention to you, because it goes and rolls right into Chapter 3, which is status. And I have read pretty much all the psychological works of Dr. Kevin Hogan, Robert Cialdini, and I will share with you this explanation of frame control is condensed and is easy to understand. It's very powerful, straightforward, and to the point. And then the explanation of status. And so if you can get the understanding of frame down and status down, what you're going to find is the way that you present is better. And so, you know, how you have your meetings, where you do your meetings. Like, it's not a mistake that I'm giving a presentation with Haleiwa in the back of the background and doing this from a car. Like, you got to think through all the reasons. Why would Scott do that? Well, either A, he lives on Oahu, or B, he's out there for vacation and he finds this super important for you to pay attention to. Chapter 4 is about pitching your big idea. Chapter 5 is about frame stacking. So you could take the frame that you build and you can put a bunch of these together, right? And if you notice, I didn't complete the story. So if you're paying attention to the book, sometimes you don't end the story. It's a way to captivate people for them to go, why didn't you finish the story, right? Number 6, eradicating neediness. If there's anything that I have seen in my lifetime, I was a corporate sales trainer for 10 years, and I know that sales is different than pitching. If there's anything that I've seen that kills deals faster is the need to make the deal, the need for approval, the need. They just put the term neediness. If you just put the word neediness in there, it destroys deals. And then Chapter 7's a culmination of all this content. When you take a look at how people think about your processes, think about your ideas, and make their decisions, one of the things that you're going to find is if you can communicate to the part of the brain that actually makes those decisions, and it's not cutesy, you're going to enjoy this. You know, recently I'll add that one of the things that's in this book that I saw Oren talking about on a video recently was this whole belief that you've got to build rapport. And Oren was talking about, hey, like, listen, I haven't gotten a deal because I talked about my puppies or my house or my kids. And usually that's a sign of you're out of control. So I'm gonna say that I'm sussing out that one of the most important things that you can get from this book is the want and the need to build rapport can absolutely destroy your process. And when you go through and build your presentation using the Strong Method, setting the frame, telling the story, revealing the intrigue, offering the prize, nailing the hook point, and getting a decision, rapport's not in there. So as you go through and you read this book, and as you go through and take notes and implement, remember that what you're going to find is that rapport is one of those things that just absolutely causes some problems for you, and it's the anti-pitch. There you go. Pick up Pitch Anything from Oren Klaff. Amazing book. Can't say enough good things about it. Can't say enough good things about it. You're going to love it. We'll see you soon. Aloha and mahalo.